Mm, Last time we discussed on aspirational bodhicitta, and so today we will discuss on engage bodhicitta. Uh, Actually, the bodhicitta itself, the word bodhicitta, it means bodhicitta. The word is Sanskrit word. Bodhi means enlightened, enlightenment, or awakened one. Chitta means mind. So chitta, bodhi and chitta, two words, right? So it means the mind of enlightenment. Simply, if we translate that, bodhi chitta means the mind of enlightenment, or the mind of awaken. No. So this is the meaning of bodhi chitta. So it has aspirational bodhicitta and engaged bodhicitta, and also there are relative bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta. We discussed little bit on those also. So, so today's discuss based on relative bodhicitta. So first we have to know relative bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta. Relative bodhicitta means moreover based on the compassion, which is which is which is to use on our daily life or to practice our daily life. And by practicing that relative bodhicitta, the mind of enlightenment, relative mind of enlightenment, then we will gain the ultimate bodhicitta. Ultimate bodhicitta, it is uh, the aspect of emptiness, or it is to realize within ourselves. So this is ultimate, and relatively we have to act on our daily life, and after that we will realize the nature of the phenomena. So we will realize the emptiness or the selflessness. And then lastly, after that, then we have to deal with the simultaneously. We have to unite relative bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta. We should not separate during the practice of relative bodhicitta, and we should not forget the practice of ultimate bodhicitta. And when during the practicing of ultimate bodhicitta, we should not forget the relative bodhicitta. So we have to deal respectively, we have to practice that respectively, alternately, one by one. And at uh, when a certain level we gain, then we have to unite them, you know, unite them, and we have to practice both in one way. Like relative bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta, they are like, a wing, two wings to fly in the sky. We have to have two wings. Without right wing, with only one left wing, we can't fly. We will drop down. And with the right one, without left, then we can't fly also. So we have to have both of them. So to get enlightenment, to fly on the path of the enlightenment, we have to have relative bodhicitta and ultimate bodhicitta both. So after realizing that the ultimate truth, the truth, the real, the what is the real of phenomena, then we will automatically the union of this true bodhicitta will arise by itself. So both of these are very important, and all practices, Mahayana, Hinayana, or Vajrayana, or whatever the practices in Buddhism, all are include in these two bodhicittas. So these both are very important. So for now, we have to practice. We can't practice the ultimate bodhicitta right now. So we have to first, for a beginner, we have to practice on relative bodhicitta. So, so also the 37 practices of bodhicitta uh, tells us about first the relative bodhicitta. So it has two categories. You know, the writer of this text divided in two categories of the relative bodhicitta. So we have to practice relative bodhicitta during meditation, one, and we have to practice bodhicitta after meditation or the post meditation. It means during meditation means when we practice, when we are making our mind towards enlightenment, towards making our mind to arising ourselves the bodhicitta, so that means during meditation, we are making our mind, I should do this, I should not do that. That means we are making our focus, we are focusing on something. It is during meditation. And post meditation means we have already made our mind setting. So then we have to deal with our daily life. We have to work, we have to deal with people, we have to go anywhere, we have to talk, we have to think. So all those activities during that time, then we have to apply whatever our setting is. We have set. So post meditation means after setting our mindset, then we have to apply uh, those whatever we have think. We have to make some decisions, some commitment. So we have to apply that commitment into our daily life. It means during post meditation. So relative bodhicitta means two categories is we have to practice during meditation and after meditation or post meditation. So today's topic we will discuss little bit on that. So first, during the meditation, please next one. This during the practice of all bodhisattvas is to make a genuine exchange of one's own happiness and well-being for all the suffering of others. Since all misery comes from seeking happiness for oneself alone, whilst perfect Buddhahood is born from the wish for others' good. So simply it says, the practice of bodhisattva is to make a genuine exchange. We have to exchange our own happiness or our own well-being with the suffering of others. Someone else suffering and our own happiness. We have to exchange. We take their suffering and within us, and we give our happiness for them. So that means we are exchanging, happiness and suffering. Okay, first two line is saying like that, the main statement, and the second two lines are reason. Why should we exchange our suffering, our happiness with the others' suffering? Why should we exchange? Right? So it because since all the misery comes from seeking happiness for oneself, so we have to change our happiness. We have changed our happiness with some other sentient beings suffering, because all the suffering, all the misery comes from the seeking happiness for oneself, ourselves. So till now, we are seeking happiness for ourselves. So now it's time to change that behavior where, you know, so it means that all the misery or all the suffering we may undergo with, and all those suffering is because of uh, our own, that the self-cherishing. All the misery come to us because of that self-cherishing, or the sense of self-cherishing. I want that. I need to do that. and and the same opposite, wills. The perfect Buddha is born from the wish for others' good. We always wish for our own wish, our own happiness. So that's why all suffering comes towards us. And the Buddha and the practitioners of Buddha's path, and they all wish the well-being of others. They never think of their own. So that's why they are very happy, because they wish to well-being for others. That's why they are happy. We are not happy. The suffering are coming towards us because we think we are seeking, we are wishing for ourselves. I may happy, I may become happy. But the Buddha and his followers, they make wish for the benefit of others. So that's very, reason of the exchanging happiness and suffering. If we give our happiness to sentient beings, we wish to make sentient beings happy, then we will become happy, right? So it is like that, exchanging. So this is what the main topic in the verse saying is this. So mm, to understand this more deeply, we have to think a little bit more on this. First, when we read this, we will understand, comprehend this very easily. The practice of all Bodhisattvas to make a genuine exchange. This is very simple word. We can understand very easily, but in practical way, I think it is not that easy. So that's why it says that, the practice of great individual. It is not easy, I think. So here one word, genuine exchange. Genuine means someone may say, now I took bodhicitta vow, and I will change I will give all my happiness towards others. I will take all suffering towards me. They will say like, words by words, but actually by their inside, or by their, wife, their activity is just opposite. So that's why we have to make a genuine exchange. Means what we say and what we think, what we act must be, go in one direction or one route. So that's why it's called genuine exchange. Because in some case, it may happen, some may say nice word, but some may do, do the another bad word, bad activities. So that's why we have to know the genuine exchange, what it means is. So, okay. So why should we exchange our own happiness towards to someone to the sentient being suffering? You know. So this is the exchanging suffering and happiness is little bit difficult for a beginner. So actually, this words is advanced for the practitioners for someone who is advanced. So we have to know before this. For the beginners, we have to know and the equanimity, the same. Like last time we discussed on the, the four immeasurables, uh, all sentient beings are suffering, so we generate our compassion, immeasurable compassion, right? And immeasurable compassion, then we generate immeasurable love towards them, or for all sentient beings. And we generate our, the immeasurable joy. And then also we generate immeasurable equanimity, all sentient being throughout the spirit, uh, you know, wherever the is the sky is spirit, there is sentient beings. Sentient beings are spirit as well. And wherever there is sentient beings spirit, and there are, the karmic cause and effect is there as well. And wherever there is karmic cause and effect, there is suffering. So this kind of thing, So all sentient beings are suffering. All sentient beings wants happiness. Like me, like us. We want happiness. We want comfortable. We want the things works as we wish. Same, all sentient beings are thinking like that. As you think, as I think, all wherever the sentient beings are, all are thinking as this. Everyone is thinking for comfortable, for comfort. Everyone is thinking for, relax and happiness, peaceful. Everybody, anyone there is who wants the misery and suffering, obstacles, the troublesome. Nobody wants that. So that's why we all are same. From the top of the, the samsara and the bottom of the samsara. If there is a living being, everybody's wish is same. Everybody want peace, happiness, good, and everybody don't want, those, bad things. So that's why everyone is same. I, myself, you, all sentient beings are same. So we have to know that equanimity, the sameness, equality. Then based on that equanimity, then we have to generate bodhicitta, or the practice of this, exchange practice. So I am one, and sentient beings are countless. And the things is same, I am one, and sentient beings are many, countless. My own happiness or the countless sentient beings' happiness, which one is, if you calculate, which one is valuable? Once one sentient being's happiness is valuable, or countless sentient beings happiness is valuable. So if we think genuinely, ourselves also set as a being, and all sentient being as well. Then if we calculate, or if we compare, then we will simply know, my own happiness is only for one person, but happiness for all sentient beings is for the countless sentient beings. That's why it is naturally the mind will change, because the number tells us, my happiness is only for one. Okay, this is too much, I say. Okay, and if we measure on the time, from the beginningless time, we have take rebirth, as I said earlier. So during that time, we seek for our own happiness. We never seek for others' happiness, others' benefit. So because of that, we are still in samsara. And if we not change that, the habitual pattern, we have this, I want happiness, I want comfort. So from the beginningless time, we are thinking like that, I want. We never think for others. So we are bound in samsara till now. So this is the right time to, you know, to change, to change that pattern, that habitual pattern. We are naturally born as that, because it is very, thick. Our habitual pattern is very thick, very, tight. We can't, you know, we can't cut that tie very easily. So first we have to learn these dharmic things, then we have to practice. So this is the right time for us to change that pattern. Right, in this way. So from the beginningless time till now, we think for our own or our own happiness, right? We forget for other sentient beings happiness. So because of that, we are bound in samsara. So from now on, we have to change that pattern, and we will think for this happiness of others, and we will, careless for our own happiness. So if we apply this in our daily life, then we will get happiness because of that exchange. This exchange, this changing is very little bit very difficult, I think. Saying and hearing is very easy, but during the daily life, it is little bit harder. So, and Buddha, all the Buddha, Buddha, they got the peace, they become Buddha. Why? Because they think for others. So they change their habitual pattern. They think for others. That's why they become Buddha. We we should not think many reasons. Just think for the Buddha. Buddha always think for others. Whatever he talks, whatever he think, whatever he act, all are for others because of this bodhicitta. I will tell one story of the Buddha. Mm, when the Buddha, our Buddha Shakyamuni, he generated his first this bodhicitta, first bodhicitta. Before that, he is not Buddha. He is same as us. And first time he generated bodhicitta, like we did last time we discussed aspirational bodhicitta, right? So that is first generating the bodhicitta from taking uh, bodhicitta vow. But Buddha didn't take bodhicitta vow. He 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 cultivated the bodhicitta by himself. Once a time, Buddha was born in hell. That time he is not Buddha, okay? His former lifetime. There are so many tales about his former life. So once time he was in hell, and he has a friend, and they both are struggling in the hell, right? And the hell being, the god of the hell, the staff of the hell, and they beat them both, very beat them, and they let them work. And his friend is little bit weaker, he's little bit stronger, so he didn't suffer so much, but his friend always beat by the hell being, or the staff of the hell. So then he feel so sad for his friend, and once he tell to the staff who is beating, hey, I will work, I will do in behalf of him, please don't beat him, I will do that. He said for his friend, like that. And then the staff, the staff of the hell become very angry, and hammer, he beat the hammer to the Buddha's head. Dum. And that moment, on that second, he died and take rebirth in the the God realm. This is the one tale, the Buddha did always like this. All his tales, all his stories like this. And there's also you may heard the about the hungry mother tiger mother, and five tiger babies. You may heard that. I will tell a little bit about that. Once a time there is a king, and the king has three sons. And one day they went for the picnic in the jungle, and they become very happy. And that day, the three sons, they went for the tour, just to go went in the forest. And suddenly they saw a mother tiger and five tiger, tiger baby. And mother tiger is very hungry. She can't wake up. She's just lying on with the babies. And the three sons, the prince, they saw that, and they feel very, beautiful for that. And the tiger, the mother tiger is about to eat her own babies. And they went away, left that situation and went away. After 5 minutes or some time, then the youngest prince, he felt so bad, and he said to his uh, elder brother, you go, I will come later. And he came back to the mother of the tiger mother, and he opened his clothes and lay down on near the tiger mother, you know but the tiger is that weak, she can't eat, she can't bite the prince, the prince body. So the prince took some branch and frees himself, and the blood come out. And slowly, then the mother tiger eat whole bodies of him. So this is also Buddha's story. So Buddhas become Buddha because of these things. We are not Buddha. We are suffering in samsara because we cherish for ourselves. This is our nature. It's very simple. If we think, ourselves, to you and your friend or whatever, whoever that is, we both are headache. Or okay, let's not say headache. We both are very thirsty, too thirsty, and suddenly there's a cup of water. Then what will we do with that? First we drink first ourselves, and if left, then we give to the another. If not left, it's okay, because I get that water. I'm okay. I'm comfortable now. I am not thirsty. And these things happens our daily life. Like last time, the coronavirus time, we know very much how much we take care of ourselves. We forget all sentient beings, all animals, all others, but we take care for our human. How how strong is that that feeling, that. So so to summarize, we we are seeking for our own happiness. That's why we are not uh, free from this samsara, always bound in this samsara. Becoming Buddha. What is Buddha? Buddha means, as I mentioned, Buddha means two things come together, then it becomes Buddha. One is from compassion, one is by the realization, and that two becomes united, then it becomes Buddha. Right? So to become a Buddha, to become the ultimate, to get ultimate peace, we have to, you know, throw out something. This ego, our pride. I want, I need, I. That I, we have to give up that I, ego, egolessness. Without you throw out your ego, you never become Buddha. Because to becoming a Buddha, Buddha has no ego. So that's one thing. And also, Buddha never grabs the thing, the cling. This is that, this is, the forming, the sound, all those. Buddha know, they realize the emptiness. So we have to know that, to realize the emptiness and apply the compassion. Then only we become Buddha. So we attach too much to us, and we have this ignorant. We hate others. Whatever the things comes in our daily life, then we think first our nation, then others. If possible, then others. If not possible, we don't care, or other nations, other people, other group of the people, our group. First thing, our nation, our group, our relative, our family, then I. So these things always first come first. So as a bodhisattva, it should not come like that. All sentient beings are same. Suffering, comes to everyone, or happiness comes to everyone. So everyone wants happiness, everyone don't want suffering. We all are same. So that's why we have to deal like that as a bodhisattva. They deal like that. So dealing, the exchanging ourselves to our happiness with the suffering of others. This is also very important to realize the emptiness. To realize the egolessness. Without realizing the egolessness, we can't get enlightenment. So that's why this exchanging our happiness with sentient beings suffering, this is helpful to realize the ultimate goal. As I mentioned, there's two relative and ultimate. Ultimate bodhicitta is the final one. So that's why to get that final ultimate, the final goal, we have to deal with the relative bodhicitta. So that's why relative bodhicitta, first step is to make our mind, all sentient beings are important. I am not important because I am only one. This is, we have to think one. Think this first. Or another second one is from the beginningless time till now, we seek happiness for our own our own alone. Because of that, self-cherishing, sense of self-cherishing, then we bound till now. So if we want to, to become to take birth in, pure land of Amitabha, or the Buddha realms, Buddhahood, then we have to, think for other sentient beings. Because of that, we will realize egolessness. By realizing egolessness, then we will realize emptiness. By realizing emptiness, then the compassion generate within us naturally towards all sentient beings. And then if we unite that compassion with that emptiness, the realization, then we will become Buddha. So this is very important thing to do during meditation, or during meditation doesn't mean post meditation means you fold your hand, your leg, and close your eyes. Not only that. During meditation means setting your mind. When you wake up from in the morning, you set your mind. Oh, I will do this. I will think like this. I will act like this. Making your mind stronger. That is a kind of meditation. Whenever you wake up, you generate bodhicitta. And that will have your whole day's activities with this, the warmness of bodhicitta. So this practice, uh, based on tonglen, in Tibetan word tonglen, actually it is means that giving and taking. We have to give our happiness towards sentient beings, and we have to take and the sufferings to within us. So this is tonglen. We will do. Okay, is it okay? Okay, there's time. We will do it for 5 seconds. Okay. What you have to do is, the when you inhale, beings are our mother and they are suffering. When you breathe in, all sentient beings suffering. I take all those suffering. And then when you breathe out, exhaling, then you give all your comfort, all your joys, all your happiness. I give this happiness, towards all sentient beings, toward all my mothers, all sentient beings throughout the space there. So you have to do this. We only have to breathe out, breathe in. Only this. During breathing out, you think all my happiness and joy, all those good things, all my merits give to all sentient being. When you breathing inside, and you have to think all sentient beings suffering, all those bad things, misfortunes, I will take to make all sentient being become happy. So do this. If you can do in daily life, once a time in a day, during morning or whatever. So it will have to, generate your bodhicitta more and stronger and stronger. So we'll do a little bit like that. I think you all are doing. I hope so. Well done. Okay. First time, short time, sweet time. It is very good. We did very amazing thing. So this is very important during the meditation. In the meditation, we have to make our mind, the setting. Our brain has so many confused now, so we have to set this and this. First, first we have to set as a Buddhist, as a bodhisattva, as a the practice of this text, practitioner of this text. We have to make our setting of this brain. Not only this one, we have to think, the precious human life. We have this precious human life, and we have to think impermanent, you know and then we have to think about bodhicitta. All those are very, very, very wonderful topics. So in a day, whenever you have time, please do this little bit. It doesn't need you comfort, peaceful, quiet. No need. Wherever you do, you just think one time. Oh, this is the thing. I have to think this. I have to deal this. Just set your mind, the setting. Then it will have very good in your daily life. So this is about during meditation or setting. I always like to use this word very much, setting our mind. Our brain had so many cells, they all are confusing where to go and what to think or what not to think, they are confusing our blood cells, and they are so nerves are, which nerves to connect or which nerves to not connect. So if we connect our nerves, this bodhicitta, then it will, spark into our daily life. So this is during meditation, and very importantly, we have to deal all those this setting apply into our daily life. So it means we have to there are so many things we have to set on our daily life and post meditation. So after we will discuss a little bit one verse we will discuss. Okay, please next one. Okay, so these all are divided the categories of the during the post meditation. There are so many things actually in our daily life. There are so many things keep coming towards us, so many obstacles, so many unfortunes, so many those uh the three poisons things keep coming towards us. The how to it teach us how to deal with this, because we already meditate bodhicitta. We are cultivate the aspirational bodhicitta and meditation time. We set our mind, but though we are beginners, so that the struggle keep coming. So what kind of there are so countless struggles, it depends on our one's own daily life. It can't say you will have to face this, you will not have to face this one. It will come uh, naturally. It depends on our some one's own lifestyle. So in this world, in this text, it you know pick up some important notes, important topics, and it is like that: how to take undesirable into path. There are so many undesirable, we don't want, we don't need, but actually it comes towards our life. So as a bodhisattva, we have to take that undesirable into our path. So that is one. And how to take unbearable into path. And there's so many things we can't, very difficult to bear, unbearable thing. So as a bodhisattva, they take that also into the path, into bodhisattva's path. And we become wealthy, we become destitute, all those. Sometimes we become rich, sometimes we become poor. If we are rich, then there is something, the things are keep coming, against our bodhicitta. So we have to deal with that. And if we are destitute, poor, then the things also keep coming to against our bodhicitta. We know the mind of enlightenment. It will knock our bodhicitta. So we have to deal with. We have to take that also into our path. So and take attachment and hatred into our path. And as a bodhicitta, we didn't purify all our, the negative emotions. So we may have attachment towards anything. So the attachment is against our bodhicitta, and hatred towards someone or something, that is also against our bodhicitta. So the things, all those things keep coming towards our daily life. So as a bodhicitta, as a person who took bodhicitta vow, or so then we have to deal all those things and take all those unfavorable things into our. We have to change that route into our the path of Buddha. So we have to discuss all. There are so many things. Okay, first one. Okay, next. How to take undesirable into path, and it has divided into four categories. How to take loss into path, and how to take suffering. We lost something, sometimes we lost our wealth, our whatever, our fame, our reputation. What there's so many beautiful things, but we lost. And we, as a bodhisattva, we have to take that into our path, you know. And suffering, we may have suffering, so many sufferings. As a bodhisattva, we have to take that also into our path. And unpleasant things to take into path. And how to take defamation. Some may, talk, discuss behind you, this person is that. Also defamation things keep coming. And you have to, as a practitioner, we have to take that also into our daily, into the path towards enlightenment. So all those things, keep coming. It never stops. So we have to deal all those things as a practitioner. We, as our commitment, we have to deal all those things. These things are not going to stop. It will come, keep coming. So we have to. So that's why the writer, Gyalse Tokme Zangpo, discuss more on those things. Focused. He focused. He pick up all more whatever the things are coming against our bodhicitta. Then he write. He wrote very gently. So we will discuss first one. Today we don't have enough time, so we'll discuss little bit on that. Next one. Okay, the first one, how to take loss into path. The verse says, even if others in the grips of great desire should steal or encourage others to take away all the wealth and that I possessed, to dedicate to them entirely my body, possessions, and all my merits from the past, present, and future. This is the practice of all the bodhisattvas, right? Even if others in the grips of great desire steal or encourage others to take away, we have wealth, we have, the possessions, we have things, we gain in our life so many things. If someone steals, if someone takes, that the ancient time there is still, nowadays I don't know, there is still thief, I don't maybe there is still thieves, but nowadays I heard, that in the technically there is still so many things. They change the name, they change something and something, and, and these these things happen. The hacker, they hack someone's uh, bank account, someone's property, and they steal. Someone, the hacker, some may keep some hackers and let them hacked someone else account. So these things may happen these nowadays. So if this happens, then what should we do as a bodhisattva? Little bit difficult, huh? So we have to think, if this happened, well, then all that I possess, our own thing, is if this happened, then to dedicate them to them entirely, my body, possessions, all my merits, to dedicate. We have to dedicate all those things from the past, not only this lifetimes, from the past and future, present also, and this time, in the future, whatever the merit, whatever the possessions, whatever the wealth, whatever I have, I have to dedicate to all sentient beings. So as a bodhisattva, bodhisattva do this, right? So Okay, and this is because the early in what the earlier time I just discussed because of that. So we generate bodhisattva. We took bodhisattva vow, and we know the all sentient beings are important. I'm only one, so I am not important to compare with all sentient beings, right? So that's why we have to apply uh, this path. This we have to deal with uh, this fortune, unfortune also, like this. We have to dedicate all our merit, dedicate all our possessions towards all sentient beings. So this is one thing, to take the loss into our path, into our daily life, into our in the way of bodhisattva. So this is for today. I think we have run out of time. Thank you, everyone.